What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, honey. We down here, girl. Now listen, I'm on my way to an appointment, and I was gonna stop. Oh, wait a minute, my lip balm. I don't know where it is. Go ahead and like, subscribe, comment. Let me know you stopped by. Oh boy, let's see what's on the blogs, girl. Let's see.
I sponsor the now. I sponsor the blog. Let me tell you something.
Let me see what I saved. Girl, let's see. Girl, don't nobody care. Don't nobody care. Oh my God. Let's see what's happening. I had stuff saved. I don't know how to go back. Hold on. Oh, here we go. I need to put my charger on the phone. Let's see what's saved. And I'm glad Kiki Palmer was awarded custody. That's a mess. After I'm done with my appointment, I'm going to go and have some breakfast. I'm going to my appointment now. I don't have to be there for an hour, but I just feel like I want to go now. I love that they had 4 houses on that lot. I bet the whole family lives on that one lot. I think more women need to do that. Buy property together and build on the property and have a place. You know, I think more women are starting to do that with each other. I was reading an article about this apartment buildings just for women. They can't have any men living there, not even their children, or no spouse, not even their children, or like nephews. No men. They can come visit, they can stay the night, but they cannot live there. The one thing I think that will like affect that is the women who are still a little bit male identified. And usually you're not going to move into a place like that until after your children leave home, right? Because if you can't have men living there, then that includes children, any kind of relative, the men can't live there. So you'll be a little bit older, you know, in your ways, setting you know, in your routine, and you want to live safely, you know, you have women. Uh, that's what they remember. Bosom Buddies with Tom Hanks and Peter. What's his name? I can't remember his last name. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Go ahead with your own. This is my life. Do 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 do. Go ahead with your own life. Leave me alone. Bosom Buddies. Peter Scolari and Tom Hanks, Wendy Jo Sherber, Donna Dixon, Thelma Hopkins. Bosom Buddies. Y'all don't remember Bosom Buddies? Dun, 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 dun. But that was the premise of the show. They wanted to find affordable housing, so they dressed up as women and moved into a women's only apartment complex. They moved into a women's only apartment complex. Tom Hanks and Peter Scolari. Buffy and what were their names? Buffy and Henry. It was Buffy and what was the name? His name was Henry, but it was Buffy. I forgot. Was it Henry? I don't think her name was Henry, but anyways, they played like women. They act like women. They had all wigs and dresses and boobs and everything like that. And they, yeah, and they lived in a women's only apartment building. And they, part of the premise was them, trying to not be caught by the women or figured out by the women. And then, like, Tom Hanks' character, he liked one of the women in there, and he was always trying to, I think, was acting like he was her brother or something. But that was an old show. I remember watching that when I was little, watching Bosom Buddies. I think that's This Is My Life. Do 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 do. Go ahead with your own life. Leave me alone.
We found out why it was so cheap. Our friend Amy said there was a great apartment in her building. Dirt cheap, but it's a hotel for women. Okay, we made one adjustment. Now these other ladies know us as Buffy and Hildegard.
Hildegard.
But they also know us as Kip and Henry, Buffy and Hildy's brothers. I am crazy about the blonde. This experience is going to make a great book. See, it's all perfectly normal.
Bum, 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 bum. Is I'm all right. It's time to come home. This is my life. Go ahead with your own life. Leave me alone. I will be long. Don't get me wrong. This is not on my life. I don't care what you say anymore. This is my life. Go ahead with your own life. Leave me alone. Yep, that was it. Bosom Buddies. Now I think that's a good idea, but again, that would be, you have to make sure that women who want to sneak their sons in or sneak their boyfriends in, that's one thing. There's always going to be one of them to do that and just ruin the whole thing. It's always one. But I watched that one story about those Asian women who said they're going to come together and build their house and come together, and girl, what the fuck? Girl, what the hell is going on? Do, 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 do. This is my life. Do, 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 do. Buying land with other women, building on the land, and having homes, separate homes on the land. I just saw a house, a lot with, like, I think it was 4 houses on the lot. You know, I don't know. I always thought it was weird when, why is that thing sitting in the middle of the street? When the families, everybody moved like so far away from each other. But I noticed with Latin, Indian, or Asian families, they always manage to stay close together. The idea of having community is really what helps build strong families, strong, healthy families. Everybody either lived together or lived, either lived together or lived in very close proximity to each other on the same street. Like that house I just saw, 4 houses on one lot. I'm like, the whole family lives there. As a matter of fact, I know who lives there. My son's friend's grandmother. She lives there. So I'm sure the other houses on the lot house other family members. And even if it doesn't house other family members, you can rent it out, right? But to have everybody in close proximity, I always thought it was weird, like when, in terms of my family, everybody lived on opposite sides of the world. Like you had people in Santa Clarita, Etowanda, Lake Elsinore, just people, just your family just spread out. Like nobody is close to each other or live in close proximity to each other, right? People spread out. I feel like the core older, like old gen, they could live on the property. The older women, just women. Yes, just women. I think it should be like that. I told you I read an article about the it's an apartment. No males can live there. None. They can visit, but they can't live. But there's always going to be a woman. A woman, you have to make sure that they're not going to try to bring their man in there, have their man spending a week or two, and all of a sudden he's moving shit there. Nah. Nah. And that's the thing, like when you see online how they like threaten you, you're going to be alone and you're going to have cats and you're going to do this and that. Well, cats can be emotional support, and women are always going to find, if you seek it, you are always going to find community with other women. You will always find it. There are always going to be women gathered in communing. You will always find it. I remember when I started therapy, because I was male identified in turn, I wasn't a pick me. I was more like, I would see the man's point of view. A lot of my perspective were rooted in like a male identified. You would be like, is that a man? Like when you see these accounts online and you're like, there's a man. You can just tell by the way that they're talking. There's a man behind this voice. It wasn't a man, it's a woman. She's just male identified. She doesn't see herself as more valuable, or her ideas and perspectives and opinions more valuable. She takes a man's opinion and perspective as carrying more weight. You know what I mean? I'm super early for this appointment. I'm just gonna wait to go. I said to my therapist that I really wanted to strengthen my relationship with women. And I have a mother wound, right, that I had to heal too. I had to heal a mother wound before you start your mother and father wound. But if you're wanting to be in community with women, your relationship with your mother can kind of affect the way that you show up with other women. And so I had to heal that part of myself and then find community with other women. You'll never be alone. Don't let anybody tell you you'll be alone. What, without a male partner? Maybe. And for some, that's been a life changer, a life extender, to get rid of the person with the penis, to move them around so you can extend your life, because this person is kind of draining you and extracting from you, therefore causing you to have these issues going on. You're like, why do I have these issues? Why do I have these stressors? Oh, I know why. Because you worried about the wrong thing. You're prioritizing someone else's needs above your own. Absolutely not. And who gives a fuck if somebody calls you selfish for prioritizing yourself? Girl, they do it all the time and will leave you as collateral damage. So start practicing on prioritizing yourself and putting yourself first. Not prioritizing a man's idea about something or his perspective of something. What's your perspective? What's your agreement? You know what I'm saying? Like all those little small houses, it's like 8 little small houses on one lot, tiny homes. Yeah, a lot with a couple tiny homes on there for single women and maybe another, and their partners, maybe their woman partners. No partners, no male partners. Sorry. I'm sorry. Y'all just wreck shit up and tear shit up. No. We saw that study of those little boys and those little girls being left alone with no adult supervision, and how the little girls collaborated and cooperated with each other and had a system, came up with a plan. The boys just tore shit up, eating candy and sugar, just not maintaining order, not making sure things are in order, not having a system in place. The girls got together, created systems, created meal plans. Girl, they had everything together. The boys not so much, but then you grow up and you shrink yourself to say that this person is he's a man, therefore he's a leader. Girl, if you don't get that shit out of here, we've seen it too many times. I love that study where they showed those little girls and those little boys living with no adult supervision, and how they created what the things that how they went about living without adult supervision. The boys tore up everything. Didn't eat. Nobody cooked. The little girls, they were cooking. They had their who was going to do what chores, who was going to be responsible for what. You had a person that just naturally fell into a leadership position and made sure everything was organized. These are little girls. Little girls. Yeah, little girls are taught how to survive, but little boys are taught how to just survive off of women. All right, I gotta go. Take care of each other. I'll be right back. Does that dog not have a